Hello student, our topic name is plant growth and mineral nutrition. In previous lecture, we learned the types of growth curve. How many types of growth curve? There are three types of the growth curve. First type is a linear growth curve. Second type is J-shaped growth curve, that is exponential growth curve. And third type is known as a sigmoid growth curve. So these are the three types of growth curve. And sigmoid growth curve consists of three phases. First is called as a lag phase, second is called as a log phase, and third phase is known as a stationary or a steady phase. In lag phase, growth rate is slow. In log phase, growth rate is faster. And in stationary phase, the growth rate slow down and become steady. And the time required for all these three phases, that is lag phase, log phase and stationary phase, this time is known as a grand period of the growth. Grand period of growth means time required for lag phase, log phase and stationary phase is known as a grand period of the growth. Linear growth curve, growth takes place constantly and linearly. In J-shaped growth curve, first growth rate is slow and then it rapidly increases. So these are three growth curves seen in a previous lecture. Now student, in this lecture we learn two important concepts. Which are the two important concepts? First concept is known as growth rate comparison. First concept is known as a growth rate comparison. And next concept is development. Plant growth and mineral nutrition. This topic is divided into three parts. First part is called as a plant growth. Second part is called development. And third part is known as a mineral nutrition. In NEET exam, in this topic, two or three questions in these topics are important. So we learn the first concept, the comparison of the growth rate. Comparison of growth rate. Student, we know there are the two types of the growth rate. These growth rates seen in a previous lecture. Which type of the growth rate? First type is known as a AGR and second type is known as a RGR. What is the meaning of AGR and what is the meaning of RGR? AGR means absolute growth rate and RGR means relative What is the long form of AGR? AGR, that is absolute growth rate. And what is the meaning of the RGR? RGR, that is relative growth rate. So in this lecture we compare the two growth rate, absolute growth rate and relative growth rate. What is the definition of absolute growth rate? Absolute growth rate means measurement and comparison of total growth per unit time is known as a absolute growth rate. What is absolute growth rate? Absolute growth rate means measurement and comparison of total growth per unit time. Measurement and comparison of total growth per unit time is known as a absolute growth rate, that is AGR. And what is the definition of RGR? RGR, that is relative growth rate. Relative growth rate means growth of the given system per unit time expressed on a common basis per unit initial parameter. Initial parameter, that is size of the leaf, volume of the leaf, surface area of leaf is known as a initial parameter. So what is the meaning of the RGR? RGR, that is growth of a given system per unit time expressed on a common basis per unit initial parameter is known as a RGR. So student, these are the two definitions of the AGR and RGR. AGR means absolute growth rate and RGR means relative growth rate. Now we compare these two growth rates. Student, observe these two diagrams. In first diagram, leaf A denote and second diagram denote leaf B. So first leaf is known as a leaf A and second leaf is known as a leaf B. So here how compare absolute growth rate as well as a relative growth rate. So here observe, in leaf A initial size, how many initial size in leaf A? That is 5 centimeter square. And after some period the leaf expand and grow in size, that is leaf A shows final size is 10 centimeter square. In leaf A initial size is 5 centimeter square and in leaf A final size is 10 centimeter square. So here we calculate the absolute growth rate. Absolute growth rate is equal to final size minus initial size. Absolute growth rate is equal to final size minus initial size. So how many final size? That is 10 centimeter square and initial size is 5 centimeter square in time t. that is time is t. So absolute growth rate is equal to final size is 10 centimeter square minus initial size is 5 centimeter square. So absolute growth rate is equal to 10 minus 5 centimeter square is equal to 5 centimeter square per unit. It is called as a absolute growth rate. So leaf A consists absolute growth rate is how many? That is 5 centimeter per T. 5 centimeter per T. And 5 centimeter is obtained through final size minus initial size, that is 10 centimeter square minus 5 centimeter square per unit time. So answer is 5 centimeter square per time t. This is called as a absolute growth rate. And absolute growth rate means measurement and comparison of total growth per unit time is known as a absolute growth rate. Then how we calculate the relative growth rate? Absolute growth rate in leaf A is equal to 5 centimeter square per T. Then relative growth rate is equal to 10 minus 5 is equal to 5 centimeter square. This is called as a absolute growth rate. And this absolute growth rate is divided by initial size. Leaf A consists of how many initial size? That is 5 centimeter square. So relative growth is equal to 5 centimeter square divided 5 centimeter square multiply 100 is equal to RGR. So 5 cancelled this 5, remaining value is 100. So relative growth in leaf A is how many percentage? That is, it is 100%. Relative growth is 100%. Then we observe the second diagram. Second diagram is of the leaf B. Leaf B consists initial size as well as a final size. In leaf B, initial size is 50 centimeter square. Initial size is 50 centimeter square. And final size is 55 centimeter square. Initial size is 50 centimeter and final size is 55 centimeter square. Then we calculate the value of the AGR. AGR, that is absolute growth rate. So how we calculate the value of the AGR? That is AGR is equal to how many final size occupied in leaf B? 55 centimeter square. Then minus initial size. Initial size is a 50 centimeter square per unit time t. So AGR is equal to 55 minus 50 is equal to 5 centimeter square per unit time. That is, leaf B show absolute growth rate is equal to 5 centimeter square per time t. It is the AGR of lipid is same, that is 5 centimeter per time t, and lip B AGR is same 5 centimeter square per time. So in lip B we calculate the relative growth rate. So for obtaining the value of relative growth rate, we first know what is the AGR in lip B. In lip B, AGR is equal to 55 minus 50 is equal to 5 centimeter square. And how many initial size? Initial size is at 50 centimeter square. Multiply 100. So here 0 cancel. 5 is 5, 5 is 10. So 5 multiplied 2 is equal to 10. So RGR in lip B is how many percentage? 10 percentage. In lip A, RGR is how many percentage? 100 percentage. And in lip B, RGR is how many percentage? About the 10 percentage. So you determine or you calculate the value of the AGR and value of the RGR. AGR, that is final size minus initial size, and relative size means absolute growth rate divided initial size multiply 100 is give rise to RGR, that is relative growth rate. So in diagram first, that is lip A shows how many absolute growth rate, that is 5 centimeter per time t, and relative growth rate is how many percentage? 100 percentage. And lip B AGR is equal to 5 centimeter square per unit time, and RGR is equal to how many percentage? 10 percentage. Here value is 100 percentage, here value is 10 percentage. And RGR means measurement and comparison of total growth per unit time is known as AGR. And RGR means growth of given system per unit time expressed on a common basis per unit initial parameter is known as a relative growth rate. In this way, we compare the absolute growth rate and relative growth rate. So, this is the first concept that we learn in this lecture. Then, second concept is called development. Second concept is called the development. What is development? Development is sum of growth plus differentiation. In simple word, development means growth plus differentiation. Growth plus differentiation. You know the first term. What is growth? Growth is permanent irreversible change that occur in living organism in respect to increase in size, increase in number, increase in volume. So growth is an important characteristic of the living organism. Then second process is called as a differentiation. What is the meaning of differentiation? Differentiation when differentiation take place after the process of the cell division. When meristematic tissue undergo the cell division, then formation of the new daughter cell become permanent and they lost the ability of cell division and then they become differentiate and mature. So development means growth plus differentiation. Sum of the growth and differentiation is known as a development. In development, the changes that take place beginning from seed germination to senescence or a death. That is, development start from seed germination and end to death. Development start from seed germination and completed, that is end point of the development is called as a death. So in this flow chart indicate which steps or which process take place in the development. First process or first step in the development is known as a seed germination. So first step is called as a seed germination. Second is known as a meristem. Third is known as a cell division. Then fourth step is known as a plasmatic growth. Fifth step is known as a cell elongation. Then cell maturation. After the cell maturation, cell become mature. Then senescence and last organisms cause death. So these are the important steps which take place in development process. First is known as a seed germination. Second is known as seed germination. Then after seed germination, seedling form, and in this seedling special plant tissues are present. These plant tissues are known as a meristematic tissue. Meristematic tissue undergo the ability of the cell division. Then plasmatic growth take place. After plasmatic growth, cell elongation take place. Then cell maturation. Then mature cell, senescence and death. So in development, we remember this process. First is the cell division. Second is elongation. Third is differentiation. And fourth is a maturation. First, cell division. Second, cell elongation. Third, differentiation. And fourth is known as a maturation. These are the important processes that take place in the development of the organism. So, in this flow chart, we see seed germination, meristematic tissue, cell division, plasmatic growth, cell elongation, cell maturation, mature cell, senescence and death. Now, student, we learn the first concept. What is seed germination? What is seed germination? Student, we know after fertilization, ovary is converted into fruit and ovules are converted into the seed. And in this seed, dormant embryo is present. When this dormant embryo undergo or resume metabolic activities, seedling. That is formation of seedling from embryo. This process is known as a seed germination. What is seed germination? Formation of seedling from embryo which present in the seed. This process is known as a seed germination. There are three types of the seed germination: epigeal germination, hypogeal germination, and viviparous germination. So, in development, first step is the seed germination. And what is seed germination? Formation of the seedling from a dormant embryo is known as a seed germination. Then, after seed germination, seedling, that is plant body, is a formed. And in plant body, there are the different plant tissues are present. What is tissue? Tissues are a group of cells which are similar in origin, structure, and performing similar function is known as a tissue. In plant, two types of the tissues are the present. First type is known as a meristematic tissue and second type is known as a permanent tissue. Meristematic tissue are the immature and permanent tissue are a mature. Meristematic tissue are always living, but permanent tissue are some living, some of the permanent tissue are the dead. And meristematic tissue having the ability of a cell division. And in permanent tissue, this ability is a lost. So this permanent tissue become mature. So in this point, we remember this point. Meristematic tissue having the ability of cell division and permanent tissue lost the ability of cell division. Then, what is cell division? Cell division means formation of 2 or 4 daughter cells from a pre-existing cell is known as a cell division. Cell division, that is one cell undergo division and formation of the 2 daughter cell or 4 daughter cell. You know the types of the cell division in eukaryotic: amitosis, mitosis and meiosis. After mitosis, 2 daughter cells are formed. After meiosis, 4 daughter cells are formed. Karyokinesis means division of the nucleus and cytokinesis means the division of the cytoplasm. So here we remember this point, seed germination. After seed germination, seedling form. In seedling, most important plant tissues, that are the meristematic tissues, are present, and these meristematic tissues are immature, living, that is rich in protoplasm, and their cell wall is thin and made up of the cells. When meristematic tissue undergo the ability of the cell division, then formation of the new daughter cell. Then new daughter cells are the formed. So here we learn the first step in development. First is known as a seed germination. Seed germination, that is embryo is converted into the seedling. Second is known as a meristem. In plant, important tissues having the ability of the cell division, these tissues are called as a meristematic tissues. Then these meristematic tissue undergo the ability of a cell division, and cell division means formation of the 2 or a 4 daughter cell. And then next, plasmatic growth takes place. What is the meaning of plasmatic growth? Plasmatic growth means increase in cell number. Plasmatic growth means increase the number of the cell. So first embryo is converted into the seedling. Seedling shows special tissues which are known as a meristematic tissue. Meristematic tissue undergo the ability of the cell division, then formation of the new daughter cells, then the number of the cells increases. It is called as a plasmatic growth. After plasmatic growth, cell elongation takes place. Simple meaning of the cell elongation. Cell elongation, that is cell enlargement. Cell elongation, that is cell enlargement. And after cell elongation, cell undergo the maturation. Maturation. What is the meaning of the maturation? Maturation means meristematic tissue become permanent. So meristematic tissue having the ability of the cell division, and permanent tissue lost the ability of the cell division. This process is called as a cell maturation. In previous lecture, we learned three important concepts. First, differentiation, second, dedifferentiation, and third, redifferentiation. Differentiation means meristematic tissue undergo the ability of cell division and formation of the new cells which are the permanent. And this permanent tissue lost the ability of the cell division and acquire permanent size and shape, and also in this permanent tissue structural and physiological changes take place for performing a special function. This process is known as a dedifferentiation. What is the meaning of the dedifferentiation? Dedifferentiation, that is when permanent tissue again regain the ability of the cell division under favorable condition. Then this process is called as a dedifferentiation. Dedifferentiation means the permanent tissue again regain the ability of the cell division. For example, cork cambium and interfascicular cambium. And third process is the redifferentiation. Redifferentiation, that is permanent tissue again lost the ability of the cell division. So after cell elongation, cell maturation take place and cell become mature. Then when cells become mature, then it undergo senescence. What is the meaning of the senescence? Senescence, that is aging of the plant body. Senescence means that is aging of the plant body, and finally it causes the death of the living organism. So these are the important steps or process that take place in development. First is seed germination, then cell division. In cell division, meristematic tissue undergo, then plasmatic growth take place. After plasmatic growth, cell elongation take place, then cell maturation take place, then cell become mature. After the maturation period, the cells undergo senescence, that is aging of the living organism take place, and finally it causes the death. So in development, seed germination, cell division, plasmatic growth, cell elongation, cell maturation, senescence, and death, this important process take place. So student, in this lecture we learn two important concepts. First concept is the growth rate comparison, that is absolute growth rate and relative growth rate. So in this lecture we observe these two diagrams, and from these two diagrams we calculate the absolute growth rate as well as a relative growth rate. And then we also learn the second step in this topic. It is called as is a development that is sum of the growth plus differentiation, and in development the process are cell germination, cell division, plasmatic growth, cell elongation, cell maturation, senescence and death. The next part we see in a next lecture. Thank you.